Welcome back to Savvy Serena. Today I am doing starting a series on decluttering your home. And the last video I did, I talked about y'all taking a moment and going through your homes objectively and looking and seeing what needed to be done and writing these things down. So today I'm going to start in the kitchen. And my thought was for me to start in the kitchen because at the end of each day of me decluttering, I'm going to have to come back into the kitchen to cook and things like that. I want my kitchen to be cluttered free and done with so it'll be easier to maintain instead of fighting with the kitchen while I'm cooking and all of this and trying to, it's too much. It feels like too much. So I'm going to start with the kitchen, and some of the things I want to start with, I want to go through some of my plastic containers, all the ones on the top shelf. I need to go through these and make sure I have lids for them, get rid of what we're not using, and because it seems like I have more lids because the lids are in the back. I feel like I have more lids than I do containers. So I need to make sure I have lids for all these containers, and what I don't, I need to get rid of it. And then what else do I want to do? I have another cabinet over here that's full, well, it's mainly on the top. There are appliances in there. I need to go through and see what we're using and what we're not using and get rid of that. So I want that to be part of my decluttering power hour. Is my cleaning supplies. I want to tackle all my cleaning supplies underneath there. Find out what I'm using, what I'm not using, get rid of what I'm not using, keep what I am, but I've got too much going on under here, and I need to go through it and I need to go through it. I don't know how much of these 4 I'm going to do, so I've got to do that. I've got to do the appliances and the cleaning supplies. If I got time to do more, I will, but I want to start on those 3 first. I set up a system. I've got a white trash bag hanging on the door temporarily for trash, and that's for all the things I'm going to throw away. Anything I'm going to give away, I'm going to either put in this, I don't know if you can see it, but it's one of those extra large bags from Dollar Tree that I bought when I moved. I still have them, and I can use them for this process, and I can put things in there. And then I've also got these 3 bags here. They're reusable grocery bags, but I can put giveaway items in it. And I can, when I take it, I can tell them I need the bags back. And then I'm going to use this for put away. Normally, what I'm going to put away will normally fit in this right here, even if I overload it. So that's my system. So I've got a trash bag for throwaway. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bags for giveaway, and then 1 for put away. My baskets for put away. So I think I can get everything into these 4 bags, I'm hoping. I don't have any boxes. I'd rather put things in boxes because I might not be able to get much in those bags right there, and then put lighter stuff in this one is what I'm thinking of what I'm going to give away. But let's see. That's my system. It works, and I'm going to stick to it. So here we go.
Don't stop.
Really made a mess on the floor. Instead of getting up and down off of the footstool here, I decided just to put everything on the floor, and now I'll go through it and figure out what I'm going to do with it.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't.
I've got one thing I'm getting rid of because I realize I have 2 of them, and I don't have a need for 2 of these little clear egg holders. I had 2 of them at one time because we were getting brown eggs, and I wanted to know my brown eggs from my store-bought eggs, and we're not getting brown eggs like we were before. So I'm going to keep one and I'm going to get rid of the other one. So that's in a giveaway bag. All this I need to put away. And then I threw away, it was some old expired tea bags and some other stuff in there. So that was, let's see, where are we at? 4 things so far I've gotten rid of. All this I'm keeping. It's trash bags, shelf paper, my little watering can. That's how I water my plants in the house. And I've got a thing that I can use to organize, which I'm going to be using later in the kitchen. And then the LYSOL, why that was up there, I don't know. So, let's keep going. Now I'm going to attack the appliances. When I was going through the cabinet, I found 2 more waffle irons. I already have a waffle iron here. One was a round waffle iron, and the other one was a waffle and sandwich maker. We've never used it, so I'm getting rid of them because we've been here for a while. I haven't used them at all, so I'm giving them away. And I looked under there, and the only thing I have in there is my blender that I use and my food processor that I still use. So I'm not even going to pull those out. So now that cabinet's done.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Top shelf of that cleared. I have all these cleaning supplies up at the top, and I really need to adjust these and go through them and see what I'm going to use and what I'm not going to use. And one thing I'm definitely not going to use is Windex. Or this glass cleaner. I don't use it like this. The thing's broken at the top, but it is still sprayable. I think I know someone that can use this, so I'm giving it away. And I'm going to go through and figure out what I'm actually using and what I'm not. If I can give it away, I'll give it away. If not, I'm going to toss it. So here we go. Okay, so I've taken a closer look, and I realize I have 3 of these cans of glass cleaner, of the spray kind that I like to get through Napa. I do not need any more canned glass cleaner. I have 3 of them, so I need to make sure I use those up first before we get more. And I think I'm going to use my Caddy right here to put the things I use the most in there, so I'll have them. So, oh, and this is another thing too. These little dry mops for a Swifter, I don't use them. I vacuum. They're gone. I'm going to put in my Caddy. I'm going to use the green bucket for things that I don't use often, but I may use. And that's this Old English scratch cover. You can put this on anything that's scratched and for darker woods, and the scratches don't show up often. I don't use this often because a lot of times I forget about it, but it does really work good, and I have not been able to find any more of it. So this is something I do want to hold on to because I won't be able to replace it. A good thing to use. But I'm going to put it in this green bucket because these are things I won't use as often. These extra cans of glass cleaner are going to go in there. Because I don't need those right now. They can go in the back. And I'll keep 1 thing of glass cleaner in my tray. Let's see. Soft scrub I just recently got because of my sink. So we'll keep that in there. And plus it's good, I dropped hair color in my sink, and the bleach, it got it up. So I want to keep that. My mean green, of course, I use that all the time. So my mean green's going to go in my caddy. Let's see. I'm loving this for my floors. So I'm going to put that in my caddy. Also, my multi-purpose spray, which is just all-purpose cleaner and water mix. That's going in my caddy. And my barkeeper's friend is going in my caddy. The Odaban I don't use as often, so I'm going to put that in the back, but with the dog, every now and then I spray furniture and stuff down. So we'll put that in my green bucket. And these are all my clean and stainless steel scrubbies. We'll stick those there. I don't use those as often now because I am not cleaning houses like I was before. That's why I have so many, but I don't need them now as often. Put my wood cleaner in there. And I think that's it. Everything else can go in this. Give this tip again. I've done it before, but when I pulled my cleaning supplies out, it reminded me, you can take alcohol. This one happens to be 91%, but like, I think it's 70% or higher. And I put it in this little purple spray bottle, and I'm the only one that ever uses it, so I know it's alcohol. I really need to label it. But that's what I clean my whiteboards with. I use permanent marker on my monthly calendar that's on my refrigerator, and I use that to clean the permanent marker off with. But also in the summertime, when I got bug bites, this was great to be able to spray and hit a bug bite on the back of your leg or in a place that's hard to reach. It's great to put the alcohol in it, and it's easy to spray for that as well. But I'm leaving that out because I need to take some of this and fill it up. Then I need to put this back there in the back with all the peroxide and stuff. I can also use this as a disinfectant because the percentage is so high. It's a Quake brand, but it's 91%. And that it can disinfect. So I'll use that spray bottle to disinfect as well. This calcium lime and rust and this glass cleaner to my stepdaughter. I think this right here will help with the issue she's having in her bathroom. I'm not using it. We don't have rust, lime, or calcium issues here. She has harder water than we do. So I'm going to give her this, and then that way this will help her clean her toilet and bathtub and all that. And then I'll give her some glass cleaner the next time she comes in. I have in the trash bag and these 2 giveaway bags and the 2 things I'm going to give here. So far, I have 15 items I am throwing away or giving away. So I pulled everything out of the cabinet below, and I have, right off the bat, I know I want to keep all these. These are for sandwiches. My husband will eat a couple of sandwiches sometimes, and these are containers for sandwiches and little chips and dip or whatever. I'm going to hold on to these because these are sandwich making. And if everybody is here, I'll need all these containers to be able to make sandwiches with. And I see they all have the lids, so this is definitely, I'm going to keep this one. But when I look at how many bowls we have, I've just got this container of bowls, that container of square bowls and rectangle bowls. That's it, besides that blue creamer. My counter's loaded right now. I've got to go through this and figure out what I have and what I don't have. I may be keeping the plastic containers and getting rid of some lids. because I have way more lids than it is for these containers. So I'm going to go through the lids and see if I can find the tops. A lot of these bowls right here, as you can see, they're stained. The kids like to eat out of those plastic bowls because they don't like to put a glass bowl or whatever in the microwave because it burns their hand. So a lot of those I'll be keeping. But it looks like I'm going to be leaving my plastic containers and just going through the lids. So that's what I'm going to do now. My tops down to the dishes that I have, but there's some here that I can't find the tops to, that I did have tops to, and I'm just wondering, I'm going to have to look underneath here a little bit better and make sure they're not sitting in some other place, because I don't see them. And they should have been in one of these containers. And I don't have that many lids anymore, so I'm about ready to maybe take these, all these containers, or these lid tops, and maybe stick them in one. That way we're pulling one thing out full of tops, instead of having three. Maybe combine the rectangle and the square. The round one's pretty, it's not full. There's room in there, but I'm kind of thinking maybe combine those two. I don't know. Let me see. I feel like, because I just recently I know we have the top to that top one, but I don't know where the rest of them are. So let me take a deeper look and see. I narrowed everything down to these two baskets right here, for the containers that I have here, and then I only have that many little containers to go with those in the top. So I'm doing good so far. Now I need to go under here and I need to clean where I've been pulling from and get those all vacuumed and wiped out. I looked at the clock, and I've been working at this for almost an hour. We've got like another 5 or so minutes before my hour is up. And I'm going to keep going because I want to finish this process, 1. And 2, I can't leave my kitchen so far because I've got things up on top of everywhere. So I need to vacuum and clean these out so I can put everything back. So that way it's not so... I haven't went down on the bottom yet, but I don't want to... I want to finish the process. So this may take me longer than an hour, and that's okay. Even though this was supposed to be a power hour, it's taking me a little bit longer. Because I want to make, because I'm going more detail with it. But then it's done, and I ain't got to worry about it for a while. So let me vacuum the cabinets out and wipe them out before I put new stuff in.